Hey, what's going on everyone? So a very long time ago, literally the first batch of EX Plus weapons, I purpled Cloud. All these months later, he's back with a rework, LD, and burst. So if you're currently
not interested
and want to see what Cloud does, what he offers to a team, and what I think of him, stick around and find out. Cloud is a strong physical attacker who also has a large amount of utility in his kit. He can launch enemies, guarantee paralysis, and with his LD, he can delay all targets. He also has a potent, unique regen and max bravery buff, letting him play well with all forms of buffers. His skill 1 is Cross Slash, which first self-batteries and then does a melee one-hit HP attack 3 times, with 20% total HP damage return before the last HP attack. This skill deals more damage with crits and has a chance of paralyzing the target for 1 turn. After using his skill 2, this turns into Cross Slash Plus for 1 use, which guarantees the paralysis. His skill 2 is Finishing Touch, which also first self-batteries before a ranged one-hit HP attack 5 times, also with 20% total HP damage return before the last HP attack. This will force a launch on the target if capable, and sets launch markers on the other enemies. This skill also does more damage with crits and will deal 20% total HP damage as splashed to the other targets. This will give Cloud buffs for max bravery, critical rate, and physical attack, which you can start the fight with from a node in the EX branch of his character board. This will also extend all of his active buffs 1 turn, effectively preserving their durations. While buffed, Cloud gets enhanced basic attacks, getting 1 hit to both of his normal attacks. His EX is Meteor Rain, 6 ranged distributed group hits that deal split HP damage. This grants Mako, which raises Cloud's max bravery and has some potent initial bravery based regen. Cloud's EX Plus was literally one of the first that was available, so while it was good back then, it's incredibly aged by today's standards. However, to complete the EX path of the character board as well as if you happen to get his burst, obviously you'll need to give it ingots. Realization improves the overflow of the cast, which is helpful since the HP damage is split. 1 ingot gives Cloud starting Mako as well as boosting the damage of Meteor Rain's criticals. 2 ingots is his stat boost, and compared to other EX Plus stat boosts isn't that big. 3 ingots gives the EX a double cast effect, as well as further improving the overflow and the potency. His LD is Blade Beam, a ranged 6-hit group attack that deals 50% splash HP damage. Cloud gets a free skill on his next turn, and all targets will be delayed 2 turns, assuming they can be delayed of course. The LD passive massively raises Cloud's attack, as well as further enhancing his basic attacks with 2 more hits from their plus forms and boosted critical damage. I do not have it yet, but his burst finisher is Omnislash version 5, because Advent Children is just part of Cloud's contemporary representation, I guess. Similar to his base kit, this does a ranged one-hit HP attack 12 times, which is kinda funny, because version 5 in the movie does 6 hits, with version 6 in the extended cut doing 13. Before the last HP attack, Cloud gets 50% total HP damage return, and deals 20% splash total HP damage. The burst field effect focuses entirely on brave damage, and is almost exactly the same as Kuja's, trading the party holy enchant for boosted critical damage and 1 less turn. Cloud has already been rerun in the future when the start dash banner gets refreshed, getting only his LD extension. While fairly minimal, it's pretty great for him. For 1, it changes Blade Beam from 6 hits and 1 HP dump into 3 hits and 2 HP dumps, improving the efficiency. He also gets a new unique effect, Cloudy Wolf, whenever he lands a critical. It doesn't last very long, but since it's not tied to the LD cast itself, it's fine. It increases his HP damage done and also boosts his max bravery and physical attack. And with how Cloud's rework changes his kit into continuous HP dumps, the only thing he needs now is more brave return to just feel even more powerful as a singular unit. So, Cloud got a rework, the prior burst unit Sephiroth didn't. That obviously makes him better, right? Short answer, I think so. Long answer, he still wins out, not just due to the damage he can put out, but also from the utility he provides. Launching, delaying, and the ability to guarantee paralysis. Sephiroth wins out in a few specific ways, namely his EX dealing total group damage and his regen is higher once Reunion is fully stacked, but in terms of overall strength, I can easily give it to Cloud. And that's the interesting thing about Cloud overall, I'd say. While he doesn't actually get any unique effects or debuffs from his LD right now, he gets a bunch more attack and of course the LD itself, and his rework makes his skills incredibly efficient. He doesn't yet have his own source of HP damage up like Lightning, but a Kurosame can easily remedy that. And not having a Brave damage boost or unique attack buff is less of an issue thanks to the Self Battery and Brave Return in his rework and all the passive attack he has. While Cloud may have 3 decent generic buffs of his own, he plays well enough with any buffers who rely on buff slots, and his only unique buff is easy enough to reapply in case it ever falls off. Lightning and Cloud can both readily carry a team on their backs, but Cloud can play nicer with other units as long as you do your setup properly. So yeah, that's a purple Cloud. Overall, he is a very versatile pickup for the damage roll, also providing some team utility, damage boosting, and predictable enemy control. One thing I will say about him is that his skill spam is not super straightforward since there's a lot of power in an assured paralysis, but that takes at least 1 turn to set up, and after using it, you need to set it up again. Spamming or not though, his skill counts will do you good, thanks to having 4 casts of Blade Beam, meaning 4 free skills and an EX that can come up very quickly. His natural regen, high attack, and crit boosting also means his enhanced HP attack will do you good if you ever need it. If you like this breakdown of Cloud and want to see others like it, other Opera Omni content, and want to share your thoughts, be sure to stick around and subscribe. Discussion, likes, and shares are always appreciated. And as always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again.